Hi friends, welcome to Wafa Studies. This is part 75 in Azure Data Factory video series. In this video, we are going to discuss about how to use Azure Key Vault secrets in Azure Data Factory. So the basic agenda is actually to know what is Azure Key Vault on a high level and how to add a secret into Azure Key Vault and then how to use that Key Vault secret inside Azure Data Factory. Okay. So the first thing is what is Azure Key Vault? So Azure Key Vault is nothing but it is also one of the cloud service inside the Azure. So what this Key Vault will do is it will give you a secure storage. So that storage will be something like to store to store keys, passwords, certificates like that. Okay. So generally in real time, people used to save all their secrets in a configuration file and then they used to read them from there, right? But using this key vault service, what you can do, you can create a key vault and inside that you can save your secrets and for that secret you can give a name and if you leverage this key vault service, then what you can do by using that secret name, you can access that secret value. Okay, so that's how it will work. For this video, we no need to think about much about Azure Key Vault. That is completely altogether a separate subject. I will try to create a separate video series on Azure Key Vault in future. Okay, so for now, we should be in a position to create a Key Vault and we should be in a position to save one secret inside the Key Vault. Okay, so we will do that in a practical now. And the second thing what we are going to see is once we save the secret inside a key vault, then in Azure Data Factory we will be creating the linked services, right? We'll try to use the connection string from that secret which we stored inside the key vault. Okay, so don't worry, we are going to look at a practical implementation node so that you will get a clear idea. Let me go to my Azure portal. Okay, so this is my Azure portal. See, here I have a resource group called RG-dev. So RG means resource group, dev means dev environment, let's assume. You can see here I have two resources. One is this is a blob storage, dev BS means maybe like blob storage dev Wafa studies, and this is a data factory ADF dev Wafa studies. Okay, so let me see. For example, I want to create a linked service for this blob storage. Then how I will do it? By this time, you guys already know that, right? Because you might have following all my videos in a sequence order, right? So let me quickly show you that. Let me open the data factory. Let me open this in a author and monitor tab. Okay, so it will load your data factory here. So let's wait for your data factory to be loaded. Let's click this pencil icon. Okay, let's go to connections tab here. Then try to create a new like linked service here. Okay, so blob storage, right? We'll click select the blob storage, click on continue. Then here immediately you can see actually, right, if you use a connection string, right, for example this is a blob storage, right, so you can select the authentication method account key or SAS URI service principal manage identity anything. So account key is nothing but every blob storage will have one key, so that key that is. Then you need to select your blob storage here, right, subscription, then the storage name. So when I select the storage name, just observe it here clearly. See, it is loading a key. You might have observed what it did is, because everything is in the same subscription and I have access, it automatically, that means Azure Data Factory automatically taken that key into Azure Data Factory so that it can authenticate this particular storage BS dev of our studies, right? So now if I try to click this text connection, what will happen? It will test the connection. It will say whether from Data Factory you are able to establish the connection successful or not. So it will give that result here. Let's wait for the test connection to load. Okay, you can see connection is successful, right? Okay, so now if you observe here, actually what we did is we are providing the connection string details. We are providing the subscription account name, and when we provided the account name, then automatically it loaded the password. That means the key for that account name into Azure Data Factory, and it performed the connection successful. So since this is a blob storage, you might feel okay. Nowhere I am using a password. But for example, instead of account key, maybe you are accessing your blob storage using a service principal. Then see here, you need to select the account. First thing is you need to select the subscription. Then you need to select your account. Then see here, you need to provide your service principal ID, and then you need to provide your service principal key also. See, if it is a manual way, then you need to provide your service principal ID and service principal key. Or what you can do one more way is, you can store the service principal related information, right? You can store in a Azure Key Vault, and then you can use this Azure Key Vault option here, and then from this Azure Key Vault, what you can do, you can use that secret, whatever the secret name, whatever you have created for that particular service principal, you can use that, so that, right, you no need to mention the password for your service principal anywhere. It will be automatically taken from the Key Vault, right? So in that way you can save your secrets securely in a cloud environment. Okay, so how to use this Azure Key Vault and how to create this and how to store any connection string or password inside the Azure Key Vault, we are going to look that now. Okay, so for this demo what I will do is, I'm not going to use the service principal authentication. I am going to use the same account key authentication. Instead of providing the connection string for my account, right, what I will do, I will use this Azure Key Vault option here, and then I will store my account, I mean my blob storage related connection string I will store in a Azure Key Vault, and then that that secret name I will use it here. So if that is not making sense right now, don't worry. Now I am going to show that in a practical demo now. Okay. So let's go to Azure. Let's go to Azure portal. So let me go to resource group back. So there is no Key Vault right now, right? So let's do one thing. Let me create a new Key Vault. So Key Vault. So you can find the Key Vaults here. Once you select that, it will open all the key vaults. Right now I don't have any key vault, so no key vaults to display. Let me click this add button to create a new key vault. This will throw me a screen where it will ask to fill some details. Once you fill the details and once you click this review plus create button, it is going to create a key vault for you. Okay, so let me fill that quickly. Demo subscription I have selected. Let me select a resource group, RG Dev. This is the resource group I want to select. Let me give a name for my key vault. My key vault name may be KV hyphen, this is for dev, right, hyphen uh Wafa studies. Okay, so maybe this is my key vault name. Okay, it looks this is already taken. One second, what I will do is key vault dev Wafa. Okay, so let's use this key vault dev Wafa. Okay, region where you want to create this key vault, this is the data center location we want to provide. So let's select central US. Then everything is leave default as it is. Click this review plus create button to create your key vault. So initially what it will do, it will run some validation on top of your configurations to make sure everything is good. So once your validation is passed like this, you can click this create button, which will actually create a key vault for you. Okay, so that means we are going to create a new resource for key vault. Inside that resource, I can go ahead and start saving my secrets, passwords, certificates, whatever maybe it is. Everything I can store it there. Okay. So let's wait for the deployment to complete. You can see the deployment is underway, right? Okay. So let's wait for the deployment to complete. Meanwhile, right, what I will do, let me open my Azure portal in a different tab also, because I want to take that what to say, I want to take that blob storage connection string. So let me do that. So I have typed portal.azure.com. Okay, it will load my Azure portal. Okay, so this is my storage, right? BS dev Wafa studies. Let me open my storage. Okay, so so this storage right now, if I go to containers, you can see I have one container, ADF demo container. Okay, so that is fine. So let me this is my storage, right? What I want is I want to go to I think access keys. So if you go to access keys, right, you can see here this is the authentication keys, and also this is the connection string. Okay, so when you use this connection string, actually you no need to specify anything, the account name, nothing. Everything will be available inside this connection string. If you closely observe, let me paste this connection string in a notepad. See, it has the account key also, and also it has the account name. Everything will be available there for you. Okay, so this is my connection string, right? So let me copy this connection string from here. So what I want to store this connection string in my key vault, so that I can use this connection string inside my Azure portal for linked service. Okay, so I have copied this connection string from here. Now let's go to this tab. Okay, so still our Azure Key Vault is under deployment. So let's wait for a couple of seconds. Okay, you can see my deployment is completed. That means my key vault got generated. So let me click directly this go to resource, which will actually take me to my key vault. You can see KV dev Wafa. This is my key vault, right? Okay. So great. Right now we are at our key vault. So what we want to do is we want to create a secret basically. So let's go to secrets, and here what we want to store is we want to store connection string for our blob storage, which is bsdev wafa studies, right? So I have copied connection strings here. How to navigate to here? By clicking access keys inside my storage, right? So let's go to our key vault. So right now there is no key vaults, there is no secrets, sorry. So it is saying there is no secrets under this key vault, right? So let's create a new one. Click this generate or import. Here, right, let me give a name for it. Maybe this is secret hyphen bs dev wafa studies. This is my storage name, right? Okay, hyphen connection string. Okay, let's assume this is my secret name. Okay, now what is the value of this secret? Value of this secret is going to be my connection string, right? So let me paste the connection string here. Okay, then let me click this create button. So what it will do, it will create a secret. That means it will store my connection string with that name, with this name, secret hyphen bs dev wafa studies hyphen connection string. So I use the short words. SE means SEC means secret. Okay, that's what my abbreviation. Okay, so don't take me wrong. So that is fine. So this is our secret name. So let's copy this secret name for now into clipboard. So I have copied that. Now let's go to our data factory. So let me cancel everything here so that I can start from the starting. So first thing what I want to do, I want to create a linked service for my Azure Blob Storage. So let me select the Blob Storage, click on continue. So let me give a name. This is like linked service for BS Dev Storage. Sorry, BS Dev Wafa Studies, right? Wafa Studies. Let me give a name properly. So this is the linked service ls underscore BS Dev Wafa Studies. Okay. So let me type a description. Linked service for BS Dev Wafa studies blob storage. Okay, okay, so that is the description. So now let me scroll down here. So this time I don't want to provide the connection string manually. That means by selecting the subscription, account name and everything. What I want to do is I want to use a key vault. Okay. So and here, right, when you select the key Azure key vault, what it will do? It will ask you to select the linked service for Azure for your Azure key vault. Right now we don't have any key vault for our Azure. Sorry, right now we don't have any linked service for our Azure key vault, right? So let's create a new one here by selecting this new button. So it will take new linked service for Azure Key Vault. Okay, so this is for linked service for KV, that means Key Vault dev underscore wafa, right? So this is what. Okay, so let me give some description. Linked service for KV hyphen dev hyphen wafa Key Vault. Okay, so now let's select the subscription. This is my subscription. Let me select the key vault name. This is my key vault name, KV Dev Wafa. Okay, let me do this test connection to make sure I am able to access my key vault or not. See, connection is successful. That means I am able to access it. Let me click this create button, which is actually going to create a linked service for my key vault. Okay, so it created here, right? So now second thing is I need to provide a secret name here. So what is the secret name? This is the secret name. So let's copy this. I have copied the secret name. Let's go to data factory. Let me paste that here. Now let me click this test connection. Okay. See, the test connection got failed, right? Let me click this more and see the error to you. If you see the error, it is saying there is no access policy basically. That means your Azure Data Factory doesn't have any access policy on the key vault to access the secrets. So that is the complaint it is showing to us. So what we should do is actually basically go to Azure Key Vault. Okay. So before going to Azure Key Vault, what should you do is inside your data factory itself. Okay, let's okay, that is fine. Directly go to Azure Key Vault. I will show you that, no problem. So here, right, there is something called access policies. Click that access policies. Okay. So here what you should do is you should add a access policy for your Azure data factory. Okay. So whenever you create any Azure data factory, there will be a Microsoft. there will be a managed service identity will be created, MSI. People will call it like MSI. So managed service identity that will be created with the same name. Okay. So I will prove that now. Let me click this add access policy. What I should do is I should add a secret permissions. So on secrets, I should be able to get and also I should be able to list. You need to select these two policies. Then select principal, right? Click this. So here you need to select MSI for your data factory. That means managed service identity for your data factory. Now the question comes is what is what is my managed service identity and how to identify that. So your managed service identity name will be with the same name of your Azure Data Factory. Simply type your Azure Data Factory name. So my Azure Data Factory name is ADF Dev. See, you got your data factory, right? So this is your managed service identity for your data factory. Okay. So select that. So again, what is MSI? That means what is managed service identity? That is out of concept for this video. So that is a big concept actually we should understand about the identities which will come under Azure Active Directory concepts. Okay, so for now we no need to worry about that. Whenever you create Azure Data Factory, you will get the MSI created behind the scenes automatically, and the MSI name will be same as your data factory name. Okay, so click select here. You already selected, right? Click select here. What it will do? It will select your data factory related MSI here, and also you have selected secret permissions get and list, right? So now click add button here. So that means you are adding access policies for your MSI of data factory. Okay, so you added that. Now click save button here, which will actually save your settings whatever you did, right? Okay, secrets got saved successfully. You can see the status here. Updating the key vault. Okay. Sorry, deployment CC, creating secret. I think everything was successful. So now let's refresh this to make sure. Yeah, yeah. So I think it is saved successfully. When I refresh also, still I can see my MSI, my data factory related MSI here with the two secret permissions, right? So I am good. Now let's go to our data factory. So we have already selected linked service for our Azure Key Vault, and we have provided the secret name also here. Now let's do the text connection once again. So let's see if this time the text connection will get success or not, because we have added the access policy, right? Great. See, now I am able to do the connection successful to my blob storage, right? So this is the linked service for blob storage, right? So how that is happening? Because behind the scenes, my Azure Data Factory is going into the Azure Key Vault, and it is taking the value inside this secret name. So inside this secret name, I have the connection string for my blob storage. So that means this linked service actually connecting to my blob storage automatically. Okay. So once that is done, just simply click this create button, which is actually going to create your linked service, right? So let me publish these changes. Okay. So if you have closely observed what we did, instead of providing our subscription account name and all other information, we stored all our connection string inside the Azure Key Vault, inside the secrets. Okay, and we have given one name for that secret, and we simply used that secret name inside our linked service instead of using any account name or any credentials related information, right? So this is how actually key vaults, right? Key vaults will be very helpful when you are working in a real time projects. People used to have all their passwords, certificates, and everything, right? Everything which is something sensitive data, right? They will keep all the sensitive data in the Azure Key Vaults, and then whenever they feel the need to use that values inside the added data factory, what they will do, they will use this Azure Key Vault option here, and then they will simply give the secret name here, in which secret name you have that particular value, so that, right, your data factory directly go to the key vault and fetch that value from there and make the connection successful. So that's how people use it. Okay, so in real time people will be mostly working with Azure Key Vaults only when they are working with the linked services in Azure Data Factory. Okay, so hope this given a clear idea about what is Azure Key Vault and how to use the Azure Key Vault inside Azure Data Factory, right? Okay, so let's go to presentation. One second. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to my channel and press bell icon to get the notification whenever I add videos. Thank you so much.